Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to I read your comments from the last XCOM UFO Defense Part 21 video. Before we start, I just want to say I'm a little bit late this week. I wanted to record this week regular like I usually did by starting on Monday already, but I couldn't. There was no motivation for so many little reasons, nothing really major, but a lot of little reasons. Not all of them are bad, some of them are really good. For example, I started to play the game, almost said XCOM, Deus Ex. See, there's also an X. I bought both titles on the GOG. There was a sale. And it's a modern game and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not getting the story. It's very complicated. It's very good for learning English. There's a lot of text, a lot to read, a lot to communicate, a lot to translate. Oh boy. And that's one of the reasons. And the next reason is I jumped a little bit into Blender. It's a 3D rendering program. I'm not competent at all. But I kind of like it sometimes. I'm jumping in and testing it a little bit out and see what the new version you can do. And this just takes time. It's an awesome program. It's open source. You can check it out and render your 3D models for yourself if you don't know what it is. So I know I don't want to distract you so much. So there are so many things I would like to tell you, but the video would just explode. The time would just, so let's stick to that. Okay, so this is my apologies. This is my excuse. And now we're going to start reading the comments, the actual comments. We start with Gabriel C. Yeah, Gabriel C. I never said this actually. I always said Gabriel, but it's Gabriel C. And he says 34 minutes. What I said a few parts ago was that I think you should hire more engineers. You don't have very many, and so it takes so long to build things. That's a very good hint. I'm gonna write this down, so I'm pausing the video. Okay, so point 1, more engineers. So I wrote this down. I see later you hired more engineers, so that's good. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is sufficient, but it's good because I was asking myself, you answered a question. Oh, there is read more. I'm sorry, guys. That's it. Lucas, calm down. Yeah, it's okay. So, but it's good. I was questioning myself in the last video if you said more engineers or more scientists. So that answer is clear now. See, I got what you said. Okay, then next comment from Gabriel. 7 days is a long time to wait for the production of personal armor. But don't forget they produce the armor as they go. Not at the end of the 7 days. Very important thing, very important hint, and it's very good to know that. So this means that if an alien attacks in 5 days, there will probably be a couple of armors already produced that you can equip. Sorry, sometimes I have to laugh about my own reading, so when I sometimes laugh during it's just I realize that I probably sound like a robot. Germans already sound like robots, and it's not helpful to reading like this. So I have to read it again. I'm sorry, guys. This means that if an alien attacks in 5 days, there will probably be a couple of armors already produced that you can equip. I see. Yeah, very good. I think this is in my mind. I hope so, but it's very good to know. Next thing. Oh no, Lucas! What? You forgot to start a new research project after small launcher completed. I see, yeah, okay. Let's write this down as well. So I wrote down research something new, Lucas, without the Lucas, because I know how, what my name is. Anyway. Logan Shu. Let's continue with Logan Shu. And this comment video it's not really necessary. I'm talking later about this, sorry guys. Okay, Logan Chu. The large rockets are more powerful than the small rockets, but are a little heavier. Small, 6 weight, large, 8 weight. Okay, so in the end, I assume it just makes the explosion also bigger, right? And okay, but that's good. I asked you guys this, I remember, I think. Yeah. The small launcher uses stun bombs as ammunition. Ah, yeah. You haven't researched the stun bombs yet. Need to research it before you can produce them. You were excited about the launcher completing, so you quickly clicked OK, the screen telling you to research the stuff. Haha. I found a typo. That's great, I think. But Logan writes usually very well. You all do, guys. You all write very well. Stun bombs. Okay, no, cool. Very cool. Okay, I wrote down research stun bombs for small launcher would be 0.3. It's not a suggestion. Logan didn't say I should do it. He just says, if I wanna use stun bombs, I have to research them. Thanks for the hint. I keep that in mind, and what I am researching next is something I have to think during the next XCOM video. So, but that's good. I really have to think what's the next thing to research. Well, I mean, in the video, in the gameplay later. Okay, Kjotleiks, and there was a helicopter. Yes. Anyways, a few details that you can do better. A, reading what it says on the screen. Don't just push buttons before you know what the game tried to tell you. Yeah, that's something I I try to keep that in mind. It's not that easy sometimes, you know. It'll happen. But I think I can do it better. So that might be true. Yeah, I can a little bit. Yeah, I mean, Logan said the same thing. I was down below. He said, where is it? Something like I was excited. Need research before equip. Yeah, you were excited about the launcher completing. So yeah, I try to not to click windows away. Just that's something I can do, I think, yeah. Okay, next thing is you first started production of personal armor. It says on the screen that it needs 4 alien alloys to produce 1 personal armor. It also said that you only had 10 available. If you slow down, it is not difficult to figure out that producing 20 personal armor will require 80 alien alloys. 24 is 80. You already have 10, so you need 70 more. First of all, I want to thank you for giving me this, because it makes it easier for me, a lot easier. That's very nice that you actually wrote those numbers out. I never see those written. So that's helpful for clarifying. Yeah, let's here. Okay, you said you were bad with numbers. I don't think you are. I think you are trying to do them too fast. I don't do math like a sprinter either. Just relax. Spend those extra 30 seconds to think logically about it. That's what I do. It helps. Trust me on this. So I wrote it already, of course, but the thing is, I was thinking about this because he is not wrong to tell me this. Actually, it's completely true. This would help me to slow down and taking a look at the numbers, but not during our Let's Play, guys. The problem with me is that I'm not an idiot. I'm kind of an idiot. Often, but I don't think I'm dumb. So those are two different things. Being dumb, you can be dumb and intelligent at the same time. But what I try to say is, during a Let's Play, I'm definitely not focused. I never, not even when I play for myself, I struggle with focusing on certain things because I'm always distracted. But I'm also like 37 years old. I already improved being focused, but only to a certain extent. It's very tough for me to see those numbers and to make the math, and 30 seconds wouldn't be enough. I need to if I want to do that, to stop the video and calculate everything and then coming back after a while, because sometimes when I try to do it and I'm getting nervous when I see, oh, I don't get it, I lose. It's hard for me to come down and to see that and to don't think about other stuff. I can be better on this when I'm more relaxed in general with recording those videos, but this takes a while, a long time. I'm learning slow. I learn even slow being calm. So even, that's not easy for me. So I don't want to give you an excuse that I'm okay, I can do it, so I'm not trying it. I'm trying it next time to do a little bit better, but I don't want to I don't want to have the pressure that I have to become perfect in every regard. This is a little bit a lot, but I know what he says and he's not wrong. I have to say he's actually right. Slow down, take your time a little bit. It's not that bad advice, so that's good. I try. This is all I can say. I try to do it a little bit better, but only to a certain extent, and sometimes I just will hurry it up because I know that I can do it right now. Okay, the next thing is B, the UFOpedia. The UFOpedia. Sometimes you ask questions that are easy to figure out. The game tells you what ammunition each weapon needs. It is in the UFOpedia, I love this word, article about the weapons. You still have not read it, at least not in the video. Also, whenever you finish a new research project, there is usually a new article in there about that weapon, item, UFO, alien. About this, what I try, I know there is a UFOpedia, but sometimes I just forget that there is this thing during the gameplay. Again, this is the focus thing. It's hard to keep that in mind. But when a window appears, and it did, I think, sometimes appeared, then I'm gonna read it. But I'm not jumping into the UFOpedia, this word, and read everything. It's a good thing to read. So let's say I have a question. I ask myself during the video which type of ammunition I could use. Then I would be probably a good thing to jump into the UFOpedia and check that. So that's a good thing, I think. But I sometimes, forget that, and sometimes I just like asking you. Okay, but okay, again, it's a good thing. Try to think about that. Certain things I can check them out right away. C, use shoulders to carry small items, grenades. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Point 4. Yeah, I'm pausing it. That's just a little bit faster when I. Okay, so use shoulders to carry small items. I thought shoulders and the belts are good things, right? For those stuff. Okay, it takes 3 time units to move an item from the shoulder to hand. It takes 4 from the belt to a hand. Here, okay. From the backpack, it takes 8 time units to move something to a hand. Okay, so what I remember, because when I say, at some point I think I even would remember the numbers, the actual number, but what it makes me easy for now to remember this is backpack is very bad, belt is a little better, and shoulders is really good. So the access to that just uses, you know, for grenades, for example. So this is how my brain works out. Reloading a weapon always takes 15 time units. Uploading a weapon takes 8, but you need both hands free to unload. When unloading a weapon, the weapon is placed in one hand while the clip you remove is placed in the other. So then you need to spend additional time units to put the clip where you want it to be, and another 15 to reload. Why should I unload my stuff? Probably when I have like different types of ammunition. Lucas, what are you asking? Okay, good to know. And again, remember to take each suggestion as it is. Consider if it is fun, if it is follow it. What? If it is follow it. Okay, if it is follow it. If it not, don't. My rule number 1 is still always have fun. Yeah, absolutely true. I mean, about suggestions, I'm following advice from somebody I listened a lot to, and she said, I mean, it's not a personal anyway, but there is one advice. I'm gonna pick those advices who I like, and I'm not using those who I don't like. But so far, you know, your advices so far are coming from a true place. I think the problem is, what I had to learn is to listen to advices, even though if you are a character who thinks you know better, you don't. I think no one knows everything good, so at least you have to try it, and maybe it's working, you know. So for that, try to listen. It's not that easy for me sometimes to listen and to follow advice, because I always think I can do better, and in certain areas I want to do how I like it. And I'm sorry that I'm interrupting so far, but when it comes to learning English, for example, I'm not listening much to other people, because the way I learned is a little bit different, and it only works for me so far, and it works great. So how I learn stuff, I'm not listening much, but this is something I'm, you know, if I ever do a how I learn blah 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 video, then I'm gonna talk about it. So anyways, Gabriel respond to Kjotleik, yes. Yeah, Gabriel respond. Yeah, okay, it's in correct order. Kjotleik, there is a lot going on in this game, and I think it's totally legitimate. Legitimate. Oh boy, crap! Let me check this word. I know the word. I know what it means. I just want to check the pronunciation again. Legitimate. Okay, that was okay. Good. Kjotleik, there is a lot going on in this game, and I think it's totally legitimate to miss details. I still learn obvious stuff about XCOM all the time, and we can't miss that Lucas got a rating of excellent for February 1999 from the founding countries. Yeah, that's also nice. I mean, I also like when pointing out good stuff Lucas did. That makes me happy, of course, but it's, you know, Kjotleik does this as well, and sometimes he yeah. But yeah, of course it makes me happy. Also, I have to say, I was also lucky, no? Definitely, I'm not feeling like I could do it easily again. But thank you, Gabriel. And it's true, there's a lot of stuff which is so distracting. You think about this, and during a Let's Play, it's really hard for me to be focused. I know excuses. Okay, Kjotleik replies, Gabriel, see, oh, I agree, he's doing very well. I'm not sure about it. I do get the impression that he wants to see small tidbits. Is this tiny bits of info though? He asks for it almost every episode. He sounds like a straightforward kind of man. If he didn't want small hints, tips, I don't know what tips anymore. I'm sure he would tell us in the video. No, I would tell you if this wouldn't be if I don't wanna. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm straightforward. You know, the problem is if you're an anxious person, you not always say what you think. But this is also I learned in the last 10 years to say what I think. I'm doing pretty well meanwhile. So yes, I would say that. But again, I think all you guys are giving me extremely helpful and good comments, and so far I appreciate every comment. And it's true, I'm asking every episode because, you know, this is something I also wanted to say about the Wikipedia stuff. I mean, you guys are watching this video because you love the game, and I'm playing this game because I kind of like it. It's interesting enough to play it, but I love the fact that I can communicate with you. I try to do a good job on those Let's Plays. This is my goal, and this is the fun to me. And to make it good, I also want to communicate with you. So when I ask questions, even obvious questions, it's because, you know, I'm playing this with you guys, and so I rather ask you and have the communication than looking it up, you know. So this is what I think. But you don't, and this is also a thing. If you don't feel like writing, I don't mind. If no one writes a comment, I'll probably continue autopilot without comments. Would be hard, but I would do it for a while. If there was not coming, if no one watches the video, I'm gonna stop recording it. That's for sure. That's too tough to do that on my own. But if people are watching it and enjoying it, that's all I'm asking for. If you want to write me and give me a hint, I'm appreciate this. But if you just want to enjoy it, you know, and not writing me a comment, that's fine too. So, okay, I think we are done. I may have to make a video, like maybe not a common video, like a monthly video about, I don't know, a channel video, something like that, where I just talk about what I think. Because there are so many things I would like to tell you, but I always feel it's not the right place to talk about everything in the comment video. So maybe, yeah, I should consider that. Also, this wasn't very much, so I think I'm gonna go back to, well, sometimes I'm gonna make a comment video, and sometimes I'm just writing you guys thanks for the comment or something like that, if that's okay. Okay, let me know if about what you think. Not like in this, let me know what you think and I don't care. Now let me know what I can do better with the comment stuff, if you want. Or yeah, I do not know. Anyways, that's about it. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you actually my. Let's do this again quickly. Okay, this is the reason why I was a little bit busy. So this is the 3D modeling rendering program, and I just was playing around with what you can do. I'm not an expert at this, not at all. I'm just kind of try and error guy, you know. So I created this one, and also, where is it? And this one. Okay, that's it. And those stuff, they look kind of funny, but they are super simple to do. So I'm really a beginner at those stuff. But it took me a while to do that, to make the background and stuff. So that's my excuse why I haven't. I was just busy doing that. I'm you know, my interest in Blender just raised, and then, you know, or sometimes when I stick to that for a while, and then yeah, it's fun. Okay, but again, those stuff what I showed is extremely simple to do. This is like the beginner stuff. It's nothing bad or something, you know. But it's fun, kind of. Okay, guys. I apologize for the lot of babbling. Again, maybe I'm gonna make at some point a video where I talk about everything, just whatever came to my mind, or I just don't. And yeah. Okay, I'm not sure if I record today or tomorrow the XCOM. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna surprise myself. Okay, if someone watches so far, thank you so much. And I hope you're doing okay. I hope you are okay, and I hope everyone you love is okay. And I'm gonna go now because I'm never good at saying bye. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Until next part. Oh, Wiedersehen.